morning, guys. This morning I am getting ready to bake several batches of biscuits to put in the freezer, and I do this just every few weeks. My guys really love biscuits, so I usually do 3-4 dozen at a time. So that's what I'm doing this morning. Everyone has gone to work or school, and I was going to replant some plant and replant some vegetables in the garden, but we've had some really bad storms the past week or so, and again last night, and it is just one big mess out there. So I won't be doing that this morning. So I am getting ready to do the biscuits. Yes, I have several dough rollers, but we don't have all of our kitchen cabinets done, so a lot of mine are still boxed up. So just getting this covered just a little, just enough to, that I can roll it out. I have my biscuit recipe, I think, in another video, and I'll try to remember to link that below. This thing doesn't work that well, but hey, you do what you gotta do, huh? But it's just regular, biscuits in general. I usually do I roll this about a ½ inch thick. Actually, to be honest, most of the time I don't even roll it. I just kind of do the pinch and drop thing, and that's all good. But anyway, yeah, that's I guess where we want to be roughly, maybe a little thin. But anyway, my recipe is just a basic biscuit recipe of like 3 cups of flour. I either do 2 sticks of butter or lard. I know you're thinking, oh god, that's not healthy. Lard or some type of shortening. Just whichever. This batch, excuse me, this batch right here actually has the butter. I mean, and real butter, not margarine or whatever. But this has the butter, and this will probably be the only batch that I do with the butter, because that was all of my real butter, and the others I'll do with just margarine, or not margarine, lard or shortening. I have plenty of both, so that's what we will do. But anyway, I do these every few weeks. Excuse me. I just took an allergy pill, so hopefully it'll kick in. I do these every few weeks and put them in the freezer, and that makes my mornings a whole lot easier, considering everyone here is on a different schedule. My oldest son, well, let's start with Richard. I get up about 4:15 every morning, and Richard goes to work at, well, he gets up at about 4:30, 4:45, has a breakfast and showers and all that. Hunter, my 13-year-old, I get him up for school, and he gets up about, and these don't have to be perfect, okay? I mean, they don't care how they look, they just want to eat it. Anyway, Hunter gets up around 6:15 for school, and by that time Richard's already gone. And then Andrew gets up about 7:30, 8 o'clock for work. So yeah, it's like everybody's on a different schedule, and this right here just makes it a whole lot easier for me to be able to grab a biscuit out of the freezer, pop it in the microwave for a minute. Actually, 1 minute is all it takes, and there you have like fresh tasting biscuits. They're awesome. Not to brag on my own stuff, but they love it. So what I will do is roll out the rest of this dough, get these in the oven, and while they are baking, I will mix up some more dough and see how many we can get done today or this morning. I have other things I need to do too, so I'm not going to spend all day long making biscuits, so you know. And occasionally I'll take some actually I usually use lard or bacon grease and cover the tops of these biscuits before I put them in the oven. And my grandmother used to do that, and they were so delicious. But let me get these put in the oven, and I'll mix up another batch, and we'll see how many we can get done today. Okay, we're getting ready to make our second batch of biscuits. And if you've watched any of my previous videos, I've told you that I have adult ADD. And you may have noticed what I just did a few minutes ago. I started telling you the recipe of how I do my biscuits, and I got completely off on something else. But so I am so bad for that. Let me finish the recipe. I do 3 cups of self-rising flour and about between a half and 3/4 of a cup of shortening lard, or if I'm using butter, then I use 2 sticks, which comes out to a cup actually. And then I use about 1.5 cups of buttermilk. And I never buy buttermilk. I just do the milk and vinegar, Just put a little bit of vinegar in it, and you will end up with buttermilk. And that's what I do. I dump it all in the actually I do the flour and either the butter or shortening in the KitchenAid mixer and get that all mixed together. And then I put in the milk and dump it out, and I either use a biscuit cutter, but more times than not I usually just pull off a ball of it and flatten it out and make a biscuit, So anyway, the other batch is in the oven, so I'm going to go ahead and just lay these out on this little tray and have these ready to go in the oven in a few minutes. I'm not exactly sure how many I'll do, but I'm going to do several. So they don't last very long, so yeah. And school will be out. Actually, Hunter has, we counted today, 5 more days of school. And he's in the 8th grade, so actually they have a little graduation, and that is on the 20th, so I'll be going to that. And doesn't seem like my baby should be graduating. Actually, I kind of wish I'd made these biscuits a little thicker, but whatever. It's not bad if they're just pouring gravy over them if they're thin, but sometimes they want to do like a sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit, and when they do that, or when I do that, I kind of like them thicker. So yeah, you get the general idea, I guess. I had a little tiny ball of dough that was left over from the first batch, and I just dumped it in with this. That way I don't have any waste at all. And that on there, so when I put the second layer over top of this, it doesn't stick. So yeah, that's what we're doing today, is the biscuits. And if it dries up enough, which I doubt it's going to, if it dries up enough outside, then I will probably go to the garden. And yeah, I have lots of things to put out yet to plant, and I like to get that done. So we have a lot of green beans out, and we have some jade bush beans. We have several of those, but we also have greasy beans. I don't know if you've heard of those or not. They're kind of really popular here in this area. Well, it's like everybody wants them, but very few people grow them. And I ordered the seeds from another place in Kentucky here. And I have seen these greasy beans. They're just green beans, but oh my God, they're so good. I have seen them go up to like $70 a bushel. And of course, I would never pay that for them, but you know, I love them, but not that much, you know. So we have those out, and I have some tomatoes and peppers and carrots, jalapenos, lettuce. Did I already say cabbage? Yeah, I think I did. I don't know. We have several things, but the weather has been horrible, so I need to replace some of the plants and finish planting everything else. You know, we've got potatoes and sweet potatoes and all that I really wish was already in the ground, but you know, you just do what you gotta do. Anyway, I'll bring you back here in a little bit and show you all the finished biscuits. I'm not sure how many I'll end up making today, but I will bring you back and show you what we have. Okay guys, biscuits are done. I ended up with 4.5 dozen biscuits, which is, well, actually 65 biscuits, and they're just cooling now, and then I'll put them in freezer bags, gallon freezer bags, and then they will go in the oven. And some of them are thinner than the others, some are good and thick. The thick ones I will use for like sausage, egg, and cheese biscuits and such, and the others I'll use for like gravy or whatever, to pour the gravy over. But yeah, they're good, real good and thick biscuits. And woo, got lost one. And yeah, they're hot. But that's what we got done. 4.5 dozen. They go in the freezer. This will probably last, I don't know, 3 weeks or so. Not long enough, I'll just say. But anyway, that's what we got done this morning.